That's not scary. Okay. Hey, folks, I'm Scotty Blades, and this is the Analog series Basswood County. Hey, this is Editor Blades. Yeah. At this point in the video, I did not realize that it was Basswood. And throughout the entire video, I call it Basswood because I'm Appalachian and I live in the mountains, and words are hard for me. So ignore the fact that I call it Basswood. Understand that even the creator of the series calls it Basswood later in the video, but not now. Carry on. Now, I love analog horror, and in my dig through the internet to the best analog horror that there is, this is the series that I keep seeing pop up. And I have not looked into it any other than to get a general understanding because I want my reactions to be as authentic as possible. This is about law enforcement interactions with supernatural events or phenomena, and there is some detective work in this series. And I myself was a detective for over a decade of my life, an actual boots on the ground, chasing leads and building cases and interviews and evidence and all that stuff. And I did it in a small rural county up in the Appalachian Mountains for a long time. So I'm excited to take my real world training and experience to give you my thoughts and opinions on the series from my point of view, and hopefully hear from you guys also in the comments below. I'm really excited. I cannot wait. I love analog horror, and this looks like a lot of fun. Let's check it out. So this comes from a YouTuber named Dark Mind, and I've seen his videos floating around on the internet. The name of this video is called Basswood County Humanoid Alert. Emergency alert system. Local authorities issued a warning. Location Basswood County and neighboring counties at 2:26 a.m. It's a bad time to send out an alert. Not a lot of folks are on television at that time.
Department to the residents of Basswood County and neighboring counties. We have received alerts about a humanoid creature that invaded the county. It has been 11 murders till now. The victims' bodies show decapitation, absence of organs and hands due to amputation, stabbing in the neck. It is clear that there is a hostile creature around.
I don't know how we waited for 11 murder. That's fast. That's some fast horroring. That's some fast mutilating to get 11 kills before we're able to notify people at 2:28 something in the morning.
You should do the following. Close your doors and windows.
That'll stop
Grab any weapon.
AK-47 in every home. AK.
Following. Close your doors and windows.
Honest to goodness, I've worked enough break-in and enters in my life to know that if somebody wants to get into a home, there's nothing you can do to stop them. So it is important to have some safety measures in place because they are a deterrent. But if somebody's absolutely dead set on getting into your home, you can't stop them, which is why the next step is so important. Everybody should keep an emergency bed knife under their pillow that they can pull out, and they should also keep an emergency humanoid repellent device, also known as an AK-47.
A weapon. Hide in your basement or the attic.
Yeah. That way, if you go in the basement, there's nowhere to escape. They're tall, they have long limbs, a long neck, they have long fingers. Wait a second. They're tall. Let me get me off the screen for a second. They're tall, they have long limbs, they have a long neck, they have long fingers, an unnatural face, menacing eyes, and smiling. Short brown hair. So these humanoid killers is every 7-foot-tall European basketball player. Oh, never mind. Those actually look like, that looks like the regenerators from Resident Evil 4. Holy, that was the toughest enemy in that game. I am hoping that's not what we're up against. Oh no. So that's the average human compared to the creature. Ooh. That's a biggin. No wonder it's 11. No wonder it's 11. Ew. Can you, Now, there's some people watching this right now that their fantasies of the sexual variety were just quenched Squelched? Queefed? Anyway. I'm not going to say hentai, even though I just said it.
To make you able to identify this creature, we are going to show you 5 police sketches that were drawn according to eyewitnesses' descriptions.
I never ever used police. I shouldn't say we. I never ever used, in over a decade, police sketches. Okay, getting a little less humanoid. That's the guy, officer. That's the guy. He was smiling. They look like the Joker from Scott Snyder's run where he put his face back on after peeling it off. Ooh. Yuck. There he is. Alright, so when you do a photo lineup, standard procedure is that you, in order to not develop biases or in order to not develop to kind of mold the opinion of the person that you're showing it to, so that it can be the most neutral ground when it comes to identification, you have to put the pictures together of people who all have similar characteristics. Let me just go back to figure number 1. Well, let's just say, okay, that's figure 4. Figure 4, and then figure 5, there is nothing similar other than it's a human face. That there is going to stick out. And even little rules like you can't have the picture bigger than that. I can't have 4 tiny pictures, and then because naturally, bigger is better. Dumb as that sounds, it's actually the truth. If I put a lineup of 4 smaller pictures and then 1 giant picture, the giant picture is going to draw more attention than the smaller picture, so whatever. But that guy looks like he's done it. Oh yeah, that's our guy right there. Footage number 1, location Owl Eye Street in Basswood County. Have you seen this man? Ain't that the bad guy from Charlie's Angels? The bad guy from Charlie's Angels is a humanoid murder machine. Nope. I'm good. Nope. Noises like that. I know that my belly makes that same noise every time I consume large amounts of wheat bread and or Taco Bell. But something about noise, to this day, the movie, and I don't know why it's this way, but to this day, the movie that gives me the most heebie-jeebies is The Grudge. And it's something about the unnatural body movement of the character, plus the sound that the character makes, that just rubs me all kinds of wrong ways. Now give me a camera, have it shot towards a sewer grate, and have the sewer grate at me or whatever that sound. Nah, man. I'm good. I'm fine. I don't want nothing to do with that. Nothing to do with that whatsoever. I don't like those noises. I mean, it could be just a sewer dweller burping, but you know it's not. Ah! Oh my God! Oh my God! That picture, that noise. Footage 2. Location. This is in a victim's home. All right. That's not scary. Okay. I was wrong. I jumped to conclusions. Jesus, Jones and Jehoshaphat. Wowzers. Let's see that again. They catch you off guard because of the dumb face, but then it's the charging motion that gets you. Yeah, no, wow. No wonder this guy took out 11 murder. Never mind. I feel bad for calling out the emergency. Need a hand? Huh? Ooh. What was found in the victim's basement? Detective Jeff Albertson. What? This was in the basement? Okay, the bottom row says it looks like a human. Will something thee and thy family will twitter there to pieces? Well, I think it says cutter, but it's in like weird English, like old English. Will Twitter your family's appendages all across the internet. At least the music's upbeat. Footage number 3. Oh. VHS was the pinnacle of home entertainment. Nothing sets the stage quite like breathing hard in your camera. Oh, okay. Booga booga. Didn't the guy... Didn't the guy tell you to shut your doors? Ah! Image found beside a disposable camera that belongs to the victim. Image beside... So, here's the crazy thing about that. There were several times... I would never say I ever got anxious doing my job, but there was a certain level of anxiety when it came to... And this wasn't that prevalent when I was doing it actively, but finding a disposable camera and then waiting for the footage, because when there was cell phones and computers and stuff like that and messaging apps or whatever, you can get all the pictures pretty fast. They're all in the cloud. But disposable cameras, to send that stuff off, to have it forensically removed, and then the anticipation of waiting, especially when you find a camera at a crime scene that you can collect, the anticipation, the anxiety related to waiting for that footage to come back. Honestly, I never had one come back that broke a case open, but there were some weird pictures on there. People take weird pictures. Like this picture, which is not weird, but very handy. Well done, Darkmind. Well done. That was nuts. Nuts. So this is the second video in the series, and it's called Detective Jeff Alberson's Tapes, 1998. During the investigation of one of the victim's houses, Detective Jeff Alberson found some tapes recorded by Redacted, the home owner. Redacted. We got to protect the identity of the made-up person. We don't want nobody to know. The police scanned the tapes and found the records of the victim's room, or recordings of the victim's rooms before they break into his house by the anomaly. That would be pure nightmare. I mean, like, imagine a zombie apocalypse would be bad enough, but these things, under the supervision of Detective Jeff Alberson, these tapes were named Jeff Alberson's Footage Collection Tape 1998, as they were something. Stand by. As they were, hang on, collected by him. Okay. Normally you just put case agent and then whoever the case agent was. The police also found a sketchbook that belongs to the victim. These were the drawings inside of it. Why did the victim have time? These are very intricate photos. Why in the world did the victim have time? Before you murder me, let me paint you like one of my beautiful French girls. I know I butchered that quote from Titanic, but I never watched that movie. Yeah. There's two people in the world. People who have seen Titanic, people who have not seen Titanic. And I haven't watched Titanic out of spite. But you better watch Forrest Gump, because there's four kinds of people in this world. People who have seen Titanic, people who haven't seen Titanic. People who have seen Forrest Gump, people who have not seen Forrest Gump. Which side of the fence are you on anyway? My mama always said that you gotta watch one of them movies. I'm tired now. I think I'll go home. So this guy's got time to draw these pictures, or this anomaly like hunted and haunted them before taking them out. Welcome to Chipotle. Can we give you an anomaly? This is the Basswood County Police Department. Pretty nice government complex they got there. There's the tape from Detective John, November 1998. But we're reviewing it by camera in December 13th. This is my hand. I'm surprised they didn't put down a measuring stick to show how wide the VHS was. That's an old detective joke. A scale ruler. What are we looking at here? There's a Bass Pro Shop, so we're either in North Carolina or Tennessee. Cool. You down there, Anomaly? If you are... What? What happened? Uh-oh! Wait, what happened? Okay, a screech. That guy. Cam 1. Let me just get rid of my ugly face so you can see this other ugly face. Oh my God. I'm a bad man. I take pride in my ability to perform in self-defense techniques and moves. I'd give up. If I saw that, I'd just give up. I don't know what you would do with that. You gonna punch him through his 6 foot thick neck? I don't think so. How did I get in such a precarious situation? Why does this guy want to hunt me for, man? I just want to bring smiles. Ooh. I'm just trying to make people happy. He's smiling. That's such a cool shot. So, without a doubt, I know I mentioned earlier that the noise, the guttural noise that was coming from the sewer, what I really like so far about this series is how they don't use noise. They use static to build tension, but the actual creatures, when they arrive, the anomalies come into view, it's just you and the anomaly, and the tense, quiet, nerve-wracking ambiance of nothingness. And that's horrifying. It doesn't need the jump scares. It doesn't need the creatures moving in some crazy mannequin puppet string pulling style way. It's just you and the monster. And it gets the job done. This is the third video in the series, and it's called Identity Test.
3 weeks of masquerade as a French nobleman. And now it is time for you to change back and return to your provincial university. And if I...
Basswood County. Oh, well, hang on. We gotta catch that. Probably nothing, but we'll check it out. Nuts. Viewing of this tape is prohibited by law. Well, Sometimes you gotta bend the rules. And if you never get caught, even though I'm getting ready to put this on the internet for all the world to see. Oh boy. Basswood County Police Department. Identity test.
You will be shown images of human faces to test your recognition of uncanniness in them.
Is this where the roots of Uncanny Valley come from? I know this is a little older, this video. Normal. I passed. Normal. I passed. Normal. But creepy. I passed. Normal. Some people just have a lazy eye. It's normal. He just got a lazy eye. What does his face look like? Looks like he's standing in the corner like he's in trouble. The right one? Oh. I will tell you what your mind cannot comprehend. Oh, I gotta read this. I think it's just... We're just Bart Simpson it right now. And I know that you... show of hands in the comments if you were one of those folks that got into a lot of trouble in school because you were the class clown and they made you write sentences as a punishment and you thought that it was smarter because they gave you a sentence like, I will not interrupt class again with a fart joke, or I will not interrupt class again by screaming onomatopoeia, or whatever. And then instead of writing the sentence over and over and over, for some reason you thought it was smarter to just write I, will, not. Show of hands. Was I the only? I'm pretty sure I'm not the only person that did that, because I'm pretty sure some other knucklehead taught me that. And then as I looked around the classroom at other folks that was in trouble, they did the same thing too. Couldn't have been just me. Not normal. Are we still testing? Ooh. Normal. Looks like my grandma. Is grandma an anomaly? Grandma's an anomaly. Well, at least grandma's jacked. Got like 17 pecs. Jacked grandma. Are we checking showers for anomalies? That's where they hide. They hide in the showers. Aww. that face. that one is such like a peekaboo. Like, you found me in the shower. I didn't know this was a comedy. Visual hazard. Is it 15 Pet Grandma? The failure of Jeff Albertson. Sorry, Jeff. Is that Jeff Albertson? He's a Amish detective? There he is. It's classified, guys. We can't be looking at this, but we are because we're cool. We're very cool. It's staring at me. Yeah. Ooh. No. A chamber in the woods. This is where the anomalies come from. A door to a realm. We know where you live. Oh, well. I thought you were trying to explain something to me, but instead you threatened me? Is that an anomaly? Is that an anomaly? Well, I'll be seeing that in my dreams tonight when I close my eyelids. What the Pompeii is that? How cool would it be if the head moved? And just kind of went like, "Arr!" This ain't my first rodeo. I know how to get reactions out of folks to evoke emotion. That's how you do it. Yeah, buddy. So that's the 7-pet grandma. I passed the identity test, I assume. My favorite part about this series so far is that it doesn't take a long time for things to go from 0 to 100. They ramp it up fast. You're in, it's scare time, and then the whole episode, you're just on bated breath. Like the slow pan of around the corner where the guy's kind of like cutting the pie a little bit, which is a house clearing term or a room clearing term in tactical operations, whatever. He's cutting the pie, and he's clearing the room, and he's kind of like working his angle on the crazy monster, and it leaves you going. And then it allows your imagination to run wild. Like, is the thing gonna, whatever that like cut editing style fast approach, or is it gonna start yelling, or is the head gonna roll back slow? It lets your imagination just go crazy with possibilities, and then the actual scare happens, and that's kind of a cool technique because it takes your attention away. As you're looking at that, your mind starts playing tricks in your theater of the head, and then all of a sudden the creature, your attention's pulled back to it while your imagination pulls you away. So it's a very cool tactic. Very nice. So this is the 4th video in the series, and it's called Peaceful Life, which I have no idea what direction this video is going to go in, because so far, every one of these videos has been absolute nightmare fuel. So how do you expect peaceful life? All right, they got me. Tree with canary.
How can you live a peaceful life?
Just buy my cassette tape for $9.99.99.
People's opinions.
Don't care about them.
Get out. Sit in a park.
Touch
around
grass.
the
Get out of
trees,
Basswood County. Whoa.
where you can watch the sea.
There's
Feel
sea
the
in
breeze
Basswood?
in your skin.
And remember, when you are not running, I'm only getting closer.
Oh, what a cool look! Dude. So that was it for that video. That video is 51 seconds, and it establishes this. How do you live a peaceful life? Well, I said move out of Basswood County. And he said, no matter how far you run, I'm always right behind you. That sucks. Kind of like that movie It Follows, where the dark force of nature that just never stops chasing you never stops chasing you. Sometimes life just gives you a bad draw and there's no second chances or redos or mulligans. You just get hunted for the rest of your existence. This is the 5th video in the series, and it's called The Chamber. Welcome to Basswood County. You gonna die. Welcome to Basswood County. Blood's gonna come from your eyes. You can't run. You can't hide. A chamber in the woods where they come from. Oh yeah, that's right. They did mention that. There's the Quaker Oats guy. Mr. Calvin Basswood discovered an odd building in the woods in 1868. This is where I'm going to make my dry cut oats. He discovered it in what now is named after him, Basswood County. In his diary, he said that it looked like something from the future, a building that no one knew existed. A building. No one knew who built it. He entered the building and saw people. They looked like human beings, and something was strange about them. Oh boy. They showed no emotions or response. They had unnatural limbs and tree roots coming from their backs. They began to show hostile behavior. He escaped the place. He called it the chamber. Y'all want to go get some chamber oats? I'll feed you to my hentai monsters to keep the demons away. I will wear your skins as a suit. Yeah, that looks like an oats eating kind of guy. That's such a... I gotta go back and look at that. He actually looks like he's wearing... So you can see the malformation of the body, and then the skin suit pulled over and not quite fitting. That's... Wow. Andy Stevens. Oh yeah, he's one of them. You can tell. Dead eyes, dumb smile, tentacles coming out of his back. Andy Stevens after the transformation. Who's got time to draw this stuff? Philadelphia Group. In 1996, a group of researchers from Philadelphia, U.S., with no other period, went to investigate the cases of missing people in only 1 month in Basswood County. They went across the country in Basswood Forest and recorded the journey. This is what they saw. Nah, I wouldn't do that. I take pride in finding the cutting edge in all things scary and monstrous, but I wouldn't do this. Andy Steffens. There's Andy Steffens. He's done went and turned into a tree. The chamber. That's the building? That the dude in 1860 saw with the metal reinforced doors? So what does that mean? That these things are from the future? The 1996 future? This isn't going to happen, but again, my imagination is allowed to run wild during these moments of still shots. I just imagined the alien from Signs walking by in the alleyway. So what we're going to need is we're going to need water, which for some stupid reason is what the aliens were weak to. You know, the aliens that have enough intelligence to travel from space to our planet, of which you can see from the space that our planet is mostly comprised of water. It takes up what, 70-something odd percent of our surface? We are mostly made of water. So if I'm going to war with the alien species, I just need to make sure that I'm lactating and gyrating and squirting all over the place with liquid. My nickname in the alien human wars was the whirling dervish of Spittery. That joke was really bad. I'm leaving it in. You down there, Andy Steffens? Hello, Charlie. Do you want a balloon? They entered the chamber. They dumb. Location, the chamber, right corner. That's how I would look. That's how I feel every day. That's how my brain feels. Arms back, nothing going on up here. Just a empty... There's Andy. You know what I like about Andy? The chamber, left zone. Entrance from the hallway. Andy's always smiling. Television playing a distorted face with a VCR and a tape titled Identity Test. That's a callback from the other video. I will tell you what your mind cannot comprehend. My mind's so smart, huge, you don't even know. Clock table with human remains and a skull on it. Location, the chamber, left corner. Corpse of a woman with breaks and holes in her body. Breaks and holes. Her eyes were kissing. Her eyes were kissing? What? Her eyes were hissing. Or that might say missing. Yeah, that says missing. Okay. I was like, why would her... Her mouth had no teeth in it. Her skin was melting like wax. Ugh. Roots coming from his back. And his mouth. But not from his sack. Because he ain't got a lower half of his body. The group got out of the chamber. They went to something. What do you got going on there? What you got in them woods? What we got going on in them woods? I see something. Huh. Again, alien from Signs. Perfect place to walk across the street. That's the sound they make before they attack. That's just one of them weeping willow. Nope, that's not. That's certainly one of them. Only 2 members of the group out of 7 survived. Well, what do you expect? The chamber map. There's a TV. That's important to put on there. More such. Entrance. Look at the shape. Almost like a rhombus. I almost feel like that word's made up. The window where they come from. Danger. My Latin's a little rusty. I have no idea what danger means. So what's up with the dude's face? Is he like a sacrifice and they come out and eat brains so they kind of download today's...
What is a human?
Me.
Hello, I am Doctor. In this tape I will teach you about the human anatomy. The human is a chamber for them. I will show you how they will control your body.
My finger points.
Here is the human head, where consciousness exists.
What'd I say about eating our brains and downloading our consciousness? I didn't say that part.
Here are the nerves. That's how the head looks after the creatures use it.
Uh-huh.
These are the small nerves. And here is the core. They create it so they can control your body. Here is the structure of a humanoid brain. The brain of a humanoid is different from the brain of the humans. It functions only to serve one purpose. Let us
consume.
Here are the characteristics.
What did that say? Let us in?
Humanoid. It is different from the brain of the humans. It functions only to serve one purpose. Let us in. Here are the characteristics of a humanoid. Long limbs, long fingers, tall, roots coming out of its back, can extend their neck, uncanny facial features, no emotions.
Broken human. Ain't that all of us? Transformation of the humanoid. Stage 1, true form. So that's what it looks like without putting human skin on, right? Stage 2. Stage 3. You're getting close. Stage 4. That's almost Johnny Stevenson, or whatever his name was. There he is. Stage 5. It's the pecker lip smile that really just sets them apart and how you can tell. It takes time for them to reform, to look like a human. To look like you. Well, if they weren't 12 foot tall, ooh. If they weren't 12 foot tall and had tentacles coming out of their back, I think they could pass. So even though that last video, again, you were hanging on every second, the suspense was still palpable. There was nothing that took you to that level by way of jump scare. It's just a whole, or jump scare or surprise. You just felt uneasy. And this was just an educational video. The whole reason why this video was here was just to teach you about the creatures and where they come from and what happened like when they transform and become one of us. And that might have been the scariest part of the whole series so far. Seeing, because now there is a paranoia or there is a level of fear in the unknown, and they explain the unknown to us, and somehow it evolves, much like the creature, into something more terrifying. Now we understand them. Now we know what to look for. And now we start thinking about what we have seen, who looks like these things, who could be these things. And now that paranoia, that fear evolves. How many of these things are there? How many of these things have infiltrated my social circle, my family? Incredible presentation on that one. This is the 7th video in the series, and it is labeled Basswood County Killer, which we already know is going to be one of them.
Basswood County must stay alert for a suspected murderer.
I'm on the alert. I have my AK-47 and my knife. Now, that there ain't one of them. That there is Robert. Robert had a little bad encounter with a wood chipper. May or may not had his face knobbed off and nibbled by a mechanical contraption that grinded away most of his lips and facial features. He don't blink now. He just stares at you in sort of a suspended melancholy level of joy. There he is. Woo! Yeah, zoom in on them eyeless lids.
This is the Basswood County warning.
This whole time I've been saying Basswood, but it's Basswood. Where I'm from, I say chimley instead of chimney. I say library instead of library. That's spelt bad. I say archives instead of archive. I had to think of how to say it. I'm going to keep calling this Basswood because bass is what I catch when I go fishing on the lake. And anomalies and uncanny monsters is what I'm going to take out and slay when I'm here in Basswood County.
There's a carmel urban, but witnesses who lived have said that he is not a normal human being. He runs around at an unusual speed. He's not seen normally by anyone unless he starts to kill his prey. Sometimes he toys with them and does not kill them, just leaving them traumatized. And this is the last found footage of the criminal at the moment of his stop, captured by our affiliated advanced CCTV programs.
Why is he standing in a bucket? Keep running. Didn't the other video say that no matter how far we run, he's always right behind me? Even if we move out of Basswood County? Oh, that's... Oh, I thought it was blood. It might have just been seasonal leaves. Remember, former detective. Holy crap. This is a crime scene. No detective blades. That's raked leaves. There's Robert. Or whatever I said his name was. Okay, that guy got tied up, as is tradition. As is the behavior. The bag is breathing. This is the first time in the series so far, we're almost at the end, we've only got one more episode left to go, that I have said that practical effects in the form of like monster movie makeup would have taken that video, especially since it's taken 6 videos to build up to this moment with subtle shots, still shots of drawings, to have removed the bag from that, and then it would have been the creature, one of these anomalies. But it's me or you. Well, it wouldn't be me because these things apparently don't have facial hair from what I've seen. So that's how you know I'm safe. That's how you know I'm not one of them. But if you was to remove the mask slowly, like pull the bag off, and we could see almost like a Momo style face with a movie makeup style magic or practical effects to remove it, and just to get the quickest half-second shot of the thing laying there, especially if it was the eyelidless killer guy, or even if it was the basic photo we've seen throughout the series of the Stevenson dude. That would be just quick, just a flash, and then it's over. That would be iconic. So sadly, this is the last video in the series so far, and it's called Before You Sleep, which is an informational tape, so that's important. You know, normally you brush your teeth and put on your jams and try not to be in front of a monitor or a cellular device or something with a screen so that you can allow your body to decompress and get into sleep mode. Well, also pop in this tape before you go to bed so you can get instructions on how to, you know, not get tentacled while you're asleep, unless you're into that. I feel like my soul is being dragged into that place. Uh-oh. A parasite taking over my mind. I can't sleep anymore. My mind! I am going insane. This is my badge.
Welcome to Basswood County's informational tapes.
It was
After
based all
many
along.
reports of lack of sleep, degrading mental health due to insomnia and night terrors, this tape
I have
will
all
give
that.
you methods to have a healthy sleep and make a spiritual distance between you and me.
I have all those problems. I have night terrors and insomnia. Are you still awake? I am now. Y'all see how many teeth he had in
Go
his
to
mouth?
bed at an even hour. This means that you go to sleep at 10 p.m., 12 a.m., 2 a.m. and avoid the odd hours as they may put you at risk of the wanderer effect, which makes you sleepwalk.
Really?
Look at the clock before sleeping. Is it ticking? Is it ticking?
No.
Or is it stopped?
It stopped. What does that mean? What does that mean? What does that mean? What does that mean? This series is so good. Huh. Hello. You must have caught me at 11 p.m. The Wanderer Hour. I didn't know. I am sorry.
Sweet,
Where was step 3?
bury your consciousness. Let them in.
No. He has well-maintained eyebrows. Whoa! That's the effect that I was looking for. Well done. That's the shot we needed. What the hell? Where's it going? Okay. Before you sleep. That was fantastic. Well, good news, bad news. Good news is that this was fantastic, and hopefully they continue the series. Again, the YouTube channel is called Dark Mind, and this actual video, the last in the series, only came out a couple of weeks ago. I don't have any reason to believe that this could be the end. So hopefully this continues, because this has just got such a great foundation to really take off and develop and grow, and like the creatures in this series evolve. But the bad news is that that was the last one available for us to check out and analyze and watch here. Everything about that was just exactly what I look for in analog horror and what I love about the genre. Everything about it. These are the kind of images, the reason why I like it, these still shots, it's almost like it burns the image into your cerebral cortex. I will be seeing these pictures and I will be seeing these images out of the corner of my eye for the next day or so. I will really be thinking about this series, and that's exciting. That's fun. That's why I look for this stuff. Analog horror does more with less. Just you set the scene with some creepy music, you set up the shot, you tell the story. More so in any other kind of series, analog horror really relies on storytelling. And this has got a very cool and interesting and fun story. I can't wait for more. Hopefully there's more for us to check out from this guy in the future. If you guys enjoyed this video, then let me know with a like or subscribing, because we've got so much other monstrous content here on this channel. What we're all about here, scares and smiles. Hope you guys got some of those while you were here. Be sure to check out more of Dark Minds content on their YouTube channel. We'll see you on the next one. Goodbye, everybody.